Hi guys, this is Carol. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so just yet, please like and subscribe. Share with a friend. Now guys, doggone well, there's nothing wrong with that finger. I'm about to clip the nail off because the day before I did a swatching of my Valentino powders and I could not wait to try a combination that I came up with on the on the swatching, and I'm like, oh my goodness, let me select Shanae for those of you who know who that is. And I decided, listen, the only way I'm going to satisfy myself that this was a great combination that I discovered on my own, that I was going to have to do it on one of my nails. So here we go. So I popped it off. Oh, I cut it off because this one was put on a little bit more permanent than the pop off method. And here it is. I am just removing bulk and prepping this nail for a reapplication. And I discovered at the same time that my at-home e-file has a short in it. So I barely got the e-file to work long enough to remove the bulk on my nails, and I'm so grateful for that. And as you can see here, I'm just tearing into it. And then I'm gonna get into bring it all the way down until I get to the clear layer. And then we're gonna rebuild the structure. I actually even went as far as to soak the clear layer off. As of lately, I have not been buffing my nails on the bottom. I just build on top of them because I'm giving my natural nail a chance to grow back healthy. And so there will be no prepping on my natural nails, on my natural nail. And I soaked it and redid it. And they are getting healthy. I sacrificed my nails for some of my videos. I should say the health of my nails. And if you guys have not done this process yet, this is a very coarse sanding band, not a sanding band, it's a very coarse um, bit, safety bit, a very coarse safety bit. You don't have to use a safety one. That's the one I just put my hands on, and so that's the one that I opted to use because it was the first coarse one I put my hands on. So if you find yourself having to do your nails over and over and over, I suggest that this is what you do. So like I was saying, guys, I was bent out of shape that I was going to try, and I got the correct pronunciation of this word. It's heliotrope, and it's in the purple family. There are heliotrope flowers. That's what I found on Google. And I never heard of it before. So I was pleasantly surprised when I found out what a heliotrope was. So that now I can pronounce the word with confidence. Needless to say, I am back at it and I am curious as to see the combination I did yesterday with the heliotrope and some glitters that I had that I thought would go really, really perfect together as a combination. And so that's the reason why we're back at the table again. Be careful with this process, guys. Preserving the integrity of the natural nail is what we're trying to do. And so that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So now we're back to the clear and we are ready to go. So we're going to use the Universal Tips by Not Polish. I'm going to size myself up for the tip that most naturally fit this, my index finger. My free edge was just a little bit on the long side. So we're going to police that up for a second. And now we can go back and fit a nail that would fit that spot nicely. Since I've been YouTubing, I have been overworking my natural nail. And we will have yet another, what do you call it? Another set to come, because next Monday is my 18th anniversary and we're going to definitely have to do some anniversary nails. Alrighty, so I got a nail to semi-stick, so we're going to reinforce it and then we'll put some hurry up spray on it so it dries a little faster. And now we are ready to get the process started. I'm just using a really small dapping dish today because we're just doing one nail, and actually that was more liquid than we needed. So we're using Heliotrope by Valentino and a couple of complementing products by Entourage Hair Gallery, including the glitter and some clear for encapsulation. So as you guys know, when I'm working with glitters, as well as to protect the integrity of my nail on the bottom there, we got a layer of clear. Making sure that the edges are covered properly. Cleaning up spillage on the side. Put a little bit of glitter to the front. And take your time to rearrange the glitter so they're not all clustered up there, and a little bit goes a long way. I just think this is the absolute most beautiful. I've had a lot of glitter. I am the bling glitter queen, and um, I absolutely love this one. And now I'm going to put a little bit of clear to encapsulate that and build up the thickness. And for some of you might know, I have been using a size 20 brush and loving it. It doesn't even look that big anymore. Like, I used to be so intimidated by the size of the brush. Now the size 20 doesn't even look, at least not to my eyes, it doesn't even look that big. And now we are going to go in for this color. I'm so excited about it. Valentino Heliotrope. And their colors don't have numbers. It just has a name. Give it a little twirl to make sure it's mixed up nicely. And we're going to pick up a bead and I'm going to blend it. And look at how awesome this color blended. Put it down from the sides. And then the middle. I was totally mesmerized by how well these two colors complemented each other. And I was so excited that I was right about it when I was swatching the day before. So that's all that this is all about. It's, and I was so excited to share it with you guys that, I was able to go through the Valentino powder and find a blend that I can actually make a set with. Now, the problem is like I said, I have my anniversary next Monday, but because I'm already wearing these colors, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to just cut them and reshape them shorter, make them look a little bit more bridal, or do I want to take the set down completely and start all over again? The dilemma. So I'm really excited. I ordered some products today, will be arriving tomorrow, and one of them will be arriving tomorrow and the other one will be arriving the day after, so the 5th and the 6th. And so I'm really excited to unbox it and show it to you guys. It's coming from Amazon. Tomorrow is election day, so I'm not sure with my work schedule and election and voting, standing in line to vote, I'm not sure if I'm going to get a video out, so I'm going to post this one to drop tomorrow as my tomorrow video. Otherwise, we'll have a gap in me posting a video. And after that, I will be able to do the unboxing and showing you my goodies that I got coming in the mail. Alrighty, I am too excited about it. So lately, I had bought some products from McCart. I want to say yes, it's from McCart, and it was a poly gel, and I had the box unopened for a while. Then I opened the box, and now I can't find the tubes of poly gel, so I had to order some more because now all of a sudden I want to do poly gels. The only problem I have with polygels as opposed to acrylic is how you remove them. But I never really did polygels, and everybody's all the rave about polygels right now. So I am going to give it a once around. All right. I'm going to give a go at it. So this time I ordered, one of those kits that Amazon have from McCart. I think I did McCart and I did a model ones. So the McCart ones have the lamp and all the accessories that come with it, and I think the model ones was just only powders, not powders. Listen to me, guys. I do acrylic. I'm talking powders, polygels. Okay, and so I'm gonna diversify a little bit, and then I want to go into a little bit of um, showcasing other people's products and go into, what do you call it? Not just showing products, but doing reviews. I'm just really exploring other options than just acrylic. So when back in the 90s, when we were doing nails, you just did one. The place I used to go to, they did acrylics, and the people who did acrylics didn't do gels, and the ones who did gels didn't do, it was one of those type of things. And you may have one or two people who can do both. So it's everybody wants to do everything right now. So I am going to do it just for the heck of doing it. Really, just for the heck of doing it. And to have another skill that I just don't have currently. I know I can do it. I probably would not be using the polygels on the um in the form. I can actually form it myself. And so we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So look forward to me dropping a polygel video once my products arrive in the mail. Okay. So right here, I was having some issues. You will see it coming up a little bit later in this video with my e-file. There's a short somewhere in the e-file, whether on the battery pack or the actual device. So I ended up having to do this part of the job entirely by hand. All right. Thank God I had the skills to do it. And so I am reducing the bulk. The stuff I would have done with my e-file, I'm having to hand file it and get this nail into shape. Guys, I was truly curious. It wasn't anything too spectacular. I was just curious as to, oh my gosh. I also did my first Shein order. Yes. See everybody doing Shein. So I did my first one. Can't wait to show you guys that. I'm really going to need a huge room for all the crap I'm going to be having in there. And I am going to try to use the e-file, and it was just bugging out. It will turn on and then it will spaz out when you get to a certain amount of RPMs, like 10,000 RPMs, and then it wouldn't kick back in until 23,000 RPMs. So who wants to do that, right? Not unless you want to take, you're removing bulk to take it down. So I ended up having to shape this nail entirely using the hand file. So I'm going over the top. It looks a little bit apexy. Y'all know I can do that sometimes when I'm working on myself. I could make it look a little bit apexy and have to go over the top and bring it down. But I'm really excited to get to the end of it so you can see the blend of the heliotrope and the glitters. So here I am insisting on trying to make the e-file work. And it will turn on, and as soon as I'm about to yep, that's what it kept on doing. It keeps zeroing out. So I'm not sure where the malfunction is, if it's on the pen part. Have you guys had this issue with if you're using this type of an e-file? And I have several of them, and this is the first time I'm having this issue. So I have maybe 2 or 3 in the shop. So are you guys having any issues with your e-files tapping out on you? Or have you ever seen one with a short? That's the best I can describe what's happening here. And so I'm like, okay, do I continue to struggle with it? Okay, and as soon as I'm about to start, it zeroes out again. So that's the issue I'm having with this. So eventually I was just like, okay, we have to abandon that and just go back to regular hand filing. My issue with this was when I put it down, the blend bead in the back was a little bit thick. And so I was like, oh, well, I got to take the hand file and go in there and just ease myself around and make sure it's tucked in nicely and no lifting happening back there. Yeah, so you see me working it out. It actually felt pretty smooth, so I was okay with it. Okay, so y'all know what time it is. It's time to buff this bad boy out and then give it its shiny coat. So I do have a bunch of these itty bitty little buffers. And initially when I purchased these buffers, I kind of wanted to not use the same one for sanitary purposes. I wanted to use one per client and or make a little sanitary bag of stuff that so each client that comes in has a bag that I can purchase and say, okay, this is something I want to use on you. And those things were just too small for my hands. So I will use them until I finish them up, but I have a heart, I struggle with them for the size that they are. You know, I'm looking at my nail and I'm looking at the image on the video, and for some reason it looks different on the video than it actually looks on my hands. I'm not sure what that is all about. Not sure what that is all about. So I put a little alcohol on my tissue paper and I clean up my nail. I was fresh out the swipe, and so we are getting ready to go in and put on the shine, put on the Ritz. And for this, I believe I'm using the IBD or eye gel. Eye gel is what I'm using. The eye gel no wipe clear top coat. It was such a seamless blend that it looked like if these two elements needs to be brought together at all times. It's more like a little rose gold. That's what it is. There was a time when everybody was going crazy about the rose gold in their hair at the salon. This is what we're talking about here. And I wanted you to know that I did cure in between. It's just that I have a really old beat up lamp. And so when I cure, I have to, I don't like leaving it on the video. It looks very unprofessional. So it's my personal, um, here it comes, my personal, yeah, it's a beat up one lamp. And so I don't keep it on screen for too long. And then I'm just going to put one little rhinestone to the back of this one right here. And then that will be all she wrote. So as we wind down, I wanted to say, if you're still here, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing with a friend. And if there is anything you would like to see me do, please leave it in the comment section, as well as stay tuned for the poly gels that are coming up. I'm going to swatch them with you guys. And I'm super, super excited. Like I said, I had it before and I just had it knocking around my house. I'm not sure why I wasn't enthusiastic about doing them. But what do you call it? Acrylics was always my thing. And so I am bitten by the bug of doing polygels. I think the first person who made me interested in it was the lady from Canada with the nail education. And I bought a kit that she recommended, and then I just never really used it. So fingers crossed you're going to see me with two new kits, and I will swatch them and work them with you guys. And I am just going to put a little bit of cuticle oil. Guys, I'm sorry. I love my nails. Them things look so bad. And I'm getting a lot of compliments on them. And I took advantage of the fact that I was homesick, so I was able to use them. I was able to keep them on for a longer period of time. So excited when I get to wear my nails long. And so there you have it. Yes, indeed. Beautiful, beautiful blend.